Hello everyone, I'm Aditya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Aditya's Talent Show. So today's video, we are back with a very fun topic. I hope you have seen my insects video. By thinking insects, you might have guessed that this is a video where we are going to be explaining about different varieties of what? Of plants. You might have read in the name of the video. I hope you will enjoy this video. I hope you have seen all my Let's Know More videos. I hope you have seen all my gaming videos, and I hope you have played some of the games, some interesting games. We had played Anime Tycoon. We played Anime Tycoon. We escaped the Carnival of Terror where Pennywise the clown was attacking us. We played Natural Disaster Survival, and we have played many fun games. If you haven't played them yet, go play them. And today we are going to be knowing about 7 different varieties of plants in the whole world. Firstly, if you don't know, there are more than 4 lakh species of plants around the whole world, ranging from tiny single-celled organisms to giant trees, the largest living things. The plant kingdom is split into monocotyledons, dicotyledons, conifers and cycads, mosses and liverworts, and algae, which is seaweed. This is above a pie chart of all of these the varieties of the plant kingdom. This is a pie chart. See, I hope you have understood this. Now let's know about the varieties of plants. First variety of plants is woodland plants. Woodlands are the homes for plants that prefer shady conditions under trees to fulfill sunlight. There are spring flowers such as bluebells and primroses, summer flowers such as foxgloves and fireweed, shrubs such as brambles and hawthorns, as well as ferns and mosses. Although there are many flowers mentioned above, they all bloom in their own seasons. In these forests, the plant foxgloves has a very poisonous poison, which is the digitalis poison. The poison contains chemicals that often affect the art. Although it's poisonous, uh, the recorded poisonings for this plant are very rare. It's very rare. If you have foxgloves in your backyard or garden, don't try to eat it because it's not edible. No plants are edible to us. We are not animals. It's very poisonous. If you knew about foxgloves, and let me know in the comments below if I mentioned anything wrong about it, about the name of the poison. Okay, now let's move on to the second variety of plants, tropical plants. The tropics are warm for most of the time and in the rainforest there is most moisture. The combination creates almost ideal conditions of plant growth, and the forests are not only lush but also contain an astonishing variety of plants, including some of the world's most spectacular and strange plants. The rainforests are one of the world's richest habitats, containing over 40% of all plant species. And if you know, rainforests produce most oxygen because they have a lot of trees. Nobody knows exactly how many plants are there, but botanists counted over 180 species of tree alone in 2.4 acres of the Malaysian forests. As I said, these trees produce lots of oxygen, and every year an area of the rainforest the size of Belgium is burned down to make way for grazing lands or to gather wood. Once cut, it takes centuries to grow back if it ever does, because the forest richness lies not in its soil, which is easily washed up exposed, but in the trees themselves. Did you know in the jungles flowers grow on tree trunks? This unusual botanical trait is called cauliflory, and the plants themselves are considered cauliflorous. So as I said, if we don't stop cutting trees for wood, paper, or to make way for grazing lands, the earth will not be livable, and we won't be able to live on earth, because the trees from the rainforest produce lots and lots of oxygen. which is the reason we are surviving today. Now let's know about the third variety, water plants. The very first plants developed in water, just like the very first animals, and then gradually the plants and animals both colonized the land as they evolved. Since then, many plants such as aquatic plants have learned to live in water just like aquatic animals. It's very both are very same. Aquatic plants such as water lilies, water hyacinths, and grass-like plants such as reeds, rushes, and papyrus. Papyrus is the material which was used to make paper in Egyptian times. These types of plants are aquatic plants which grow in the water. Some of the leaves of plants such as water lilies and hyacinths float on water. These plants don't sink because some plants have air sacs in their stems and leaves, and water lilies have leaves that turn up at the edges so that they float like a boat. Now let's know about the fourth variety of plants, grassland plants. At first glance, grasslands look as uniform and unvaried as a lawn, just mile upon mile of green grass. But a closer look reveals that they are, for a start, many types of grasses such as meadow grasses, tussock grass, marram grass, bluegrass, and many more varieties of many grasses. And mixed in with the grasses are many herbs and flowers. Grasslands are very interesting geographical features as they have unique names in each different continent of the world. They are called prairies in North America, pampas in South America, steppes in Northern Asia, veld in Southern Africa, bush in Australia, and in Britain as they appear to be on chalk hills, they are called as downs. Trees never grow in grasslands as they need large amounts of water, and grasslands are usually very dry. Now let's know about the fifth variety, desert plants. A desert is a place where very little rain falls but only rarely there is no rain at all. And wherever there is a little amount of moisture, some especially adapted hardy plants such as cacti will survive. When there is no moisture on the surface, plants can often find moisture deep underground by growing very long roots. Mesquite roots grow as deep as 30 foot, which is 9 meters. Lush vegetation is very rare in deserts that the animals eat anything to survive, so plants such as cacti, prickly pears, and thorn bushes grow prickles to protect themselves from being eaten by animals. Now we are going to know about the sixth variety of plants, mountain plants. The weather gets colder, windier, and wetter the higher you go up a mountain. If you have seen my Let's Know More episode 2, in that video I have mentioned that with increase in altitude there is a change of vegetation in the mountain. The higher you go it gets cold, windier and wetter, and the higher you go there is a change in vegetation. Some mountain tops are permanently covered with snow. So the plants that grow on the mountain have to be very hardy and they get usually very smaller the higher you go, varying from big trees such as conifers on lower slopes to tiny flowers, low grasses and mosses higher up. Plants have evolved various different ways of coping with different situations. Few plants can survive being frozen, but some plants thrive under the snow. Some acts like a blanket, keeping ice and wind at bay and saves the plant from being frozen. Arctic. Now let's know about the seventh variety of plants, Arctic plants. For 9 months of the year, the Arctic is bitterly cold and dark, but for a few months in the summer, it is daylight most of the time. And in this brief respite from the worst of the aquatic weather, a surprising variety of plants with more than 900 species spring up. I know this is very surprising that 900 species grow in Arctic regions. But in summer, the snow melts. This is because some plants have dark leaves and stems. When the sun shines, their dark color absorbs the heat and melts the snow with its heat, causing the snow to melt and letting more than a surprising 900 species to spring up. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. Watch all my Let's Know More videos where you might know lots of new things that you might not have known. I have 4 episodes of Let's Know More. All 4 are very interesting. They were very good. Watch my insects video where I have explained about 7 different varieties of deadly insects. It's very interesting. Watch it. It's very good. You'll learn something new by watching it. Watch all my gaming videos, and if you haven't played Roblox, play it right now. It's very awesome game. It's one of the best games I've played. Okay, subscribe the video if you subscribe my channel if you haven't. Like the video, share this video with your friends and family. Thank you.